everybody. It is Budget Pumpkin, and today we are doing our budget with me. Hello and welcome to Budget Pumpkin. My name is Wendy, and welcome to my channel. On this channel, we're going to talk about things like budgeting, cash stuffing, planning, dealing with debt, savings challenges, and everything that you could want to know about budgeting. And you're going to be with me on my journey to become debt-free. So if this is something that you want to look into, please tap subscribe and like and comment on this video. And thank you for being here. I do what I like to call a cash flow. So I look at what I have coming in for this paycheck and make sure I can cover 1.5 months worth of bills. My husband and I are paid bi-weekly and we're paid on the same day. So we're going to get both of our checks in today. We also, we don't have kids, and we're just getting to the point where our jobs can offer us overtime. So hopefully moving forward, we're going to be able to make more headway on our debt. And what I do is, I hope someone had made a comment to like zoom in so you could see what I'm writing better. So hopefully this is zoomed in enough for you. I know it's still kind of hard to see. I'm not on an iPad where I can blow this up, but what my system, I use 6 boxes. So box number 1 is income. Box number 2 is for bills. Debt is number 3. Our subscriptions is number 4. Sinking funds that are left in the bank is number 5. And then number 6 is sinking funds that I take out in cash stuff. So this box right here is the money that I get from the bank that I put in our envelopes. This down here is a little reconciliation box where we take our income and then we can subtract and get our expenses and make sure that our budget is 0. We operate on a zero-based budget. That means that every dollar has a job. It could be a savings job, it could be a spending job, whatever it is, it's just supposed to sit there and do what it's supposed to do. I do use a digital cash envelope system called YNAB. YNAB works great for me in paying our bills. It did not work great for my husband because it was easier for him to swipe the credit card and then we would just get off the wagon. And that's not all his fault. I would get off the wagon too. But for us, having our spending cash, this box number 6 down here, having that as cash money in our pocket has made us more accountable. We are already being more mindful with our money. And this is only my 3rd paycheck that I'm budgeting like this and my 2nd paycheck that I'm filming. What we're going to do first place you start is I have to know what's coming in. So he made $1,796.93. So this is actually, the $1,796.93 is actually going to be low for him for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is that my husband is now off of orientation, which means he can qualify to receive overtime if he works extra hours. And he can also now work on holidays. So like when he started back in May, he did not get he was not allowed to work like Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day. He was not allowed to work any of those days. So now he's actually signed up for some holidays, Thanksgiving and possibly Christmas. Also, up until October 1st, my husband was carrying our benefits. So this is going to increase because we've canceled his benefits and we're now on my benefits. So this $1,796.93 I feel will go up. $1,772.22 is what I brought home. This should be a fairly stable job for me, or amount. This is my first check with all of my benefits coming out of it, our health insurance and everything like that. And I had maybe about an hour and a half or so of overtime. So within probably about $100, this is going to be a good accurate number for my income, which is good because once you know your income and that it's accurate, it makes it easier to budget. Our total for our 2 paychecks is $35.69.15. So that's what we're going to budget today. I like I take out our bills first. These are the things, bills are what we need to run our household. And what I do is I take a calendar, and so this is payday the 7th, and so anything from October 7th to October 20th, we have to make sure that we cover out of this paycheck so that we don't have a cash flow problem. What I do is we are paid bi-weekly, which means every 2 weeks. December is our next magic month where we get 3 checks in a month, and then after that I think is in June of next year. I only budget 2 paychecks per month, so after June of next year we're going to kind of be a month ahead. When you budget, it makes it easier to budget if you are a month ahead, because when you're not a month ahead, you have to make sure that you have enough money to cover everything. And if you don't have enough money, you have a cash flow problem. And we actually had a cash flow problem last check. So this is our budgeting sheet from our last check. On our bills, we were over budget by $212 because we had our mortgage, internet, and gas and electric. Those added up to $1,440. And a half month worth of bills is $1,228. So we did have enough extra income last check that I was able to just pay what we were over budget for here. Now, when we take a look at our credit card, we're actually $100 under budget, and I saved that $100 for this paycheck so that we could hit our $950. So pretty much our bills and our debt are the 2 things that I want to make sure that we're cash flowing properly, so that way we don't get stuck. This stops the income roller coaster, if you will, where you're, you might, be really tight one check and then have extra the next check. Now you can call a lot of different companies, especially credit card companies, will adjust your due dates. So if you find that you're really overloaded on one check versus the other, sometimes you can get your utilities or whomever to adjust it a little bit so that it's more even. So for bills, on the 10th, we pay our water bill, and it's $40. I do want to say these are our real numbers. I don't have time to come up with a separate fake budget for any reason, and I wanted to have this channel so that I kind of held myself accountable, and you are holding me accountable as well for what we're doing and getting out of debts. So I want to make sure that I'm using our real numbers. Our cell phone, we pay on the 11th, and it's $300. Also, these dates are not the dates that these are due. I pay all of our bills auto draft, and they go 2 to 4 days in advance of when they are due, so that we can not have any late fees or anything. Savings, this is an auto draft to my savings account, and that's $75 per month. That comes out on the 15th. On the 15th, we also have our car insurance. I do pay my car insurance, or our car insurance, 6 months at a time. So I set aside $300 a month to cover that cost. And yes, a lot of you will think that that is high. It is not high where I live. I live in the state with the highest auto insurance rates in the nation. On the 16th is our car payment, and that is also $300. If we add all of these up, let's see, 900 plus 75 plus 40. $1,015. So this is where we're at right here for our bills, $1,015. Remember, we want to cover a half of a month, and a half of a month worth of our bills is $1,228. And remember, we were $212 short on our bills last paycheck. And we paid for that out of our extra income. Well, this check, we are actually $213 over. So we're going to save this. Okay, we're going to save this $213 so that we hit our half month, and this will be used to pay bills in the other portion of the month. So $1,228 is our total here. So down here on our little reconciliation, we've got our $35.69.15. Down here, and then our pink box number 2, $12.28. And then what I like to do while I'm doing my budget is I kind of keep a running tally. So if I take, you know, this and our income and subtract box number 2, that leaves us with $23.41.15. So I just kind of make sure that I already have this pre-filled out, and so I'm not really this good at math. Math is hard, and I'm not great at it, but so that's why I have the sheet pre-filled out, but I always kind of strike my little balance right here. I do it in pencil because then I erase it at the end. And remember our debt credit card, we started out with $100 from last pay. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I saw the money sitting in the account and I already made the payment. So on the 13th, we have credit card number 3 that's due. We usually pay $650, but I already actually paid the $100 on it. So I only owe $550. I've never had a problem with a credit card making whatever payments I want to make. A lot of times if I have to use a card, I'll use it or maybe I want points and then I pay it off right away. The credit card 4 is $300, and credit card number 6, we pay on the 14th. And that's $100. So I have a whole video about why we got into debt, and realistically, we were actually very responsible with our credit cards. It was when COVID hit, unemployment, unexpected things happened, and we had to use them, and we couldn't pay them off right away. So without the credit cards, we wouldn't have survived, but now we're in the situation that we're in. So it's some good, some bad. So this total right here is $950, which matches what we were supposed to do for our half month. After we pay that $950, we have $1391.15 left. I don't know if you can see the pencil that well. All of our subscriptions now, I do $570 a month for subscriptions and $30 for our sinking funds. This one comes out of the second check of the pay period of the month. So out of this one, I save $30 for driver's license and our plates. $300 per pay is not all subscriptions, and subscriptions or anything like I use Canva and PicMonkey, Spotify, we, you know, anything like that that we have that we pay, Disney Plus, we pay a monthly fee for. I even save monthly for our Amazon Prime membership, Costco membership, things like that. The $570 that's going in here per month, it also has a lot of extra money. I don't have that many subscriptions. There's about 380 to 350 that I'm just saving in that little, kind of like a little slush fund. Some of it's for like, you know, I just did our dealing with debt video, no, I'm sorry, not our dealing with debt video. I just filmed our debt check-in for October, and our Amazon Prime membership just popped up $147. If I hadn't been saving extra money in this category, because I only saved in September's check and now on October's check, if I hadn't saved that money in advance, then we would have been stuck. So it was going to cause me too much anxiety to try and go through every single credit card statement and all that to try and figure out what subscriptions billed us when. It was just easier for me to save a little bit extra money here. And the same thing kind of goes for sinking funds. Right now I know I'm saving money for my driver's license and car plates because we're going to need that. But any other things that I would save here would be like medical fund, a car maintenance fund, although I am saving that for that cash, additional, but I would save additional for that. Any kind of, if I was saving in the bank, if I was saving for holidays or Christmas or presents or gifts or anything like that, I would put that in here. But we don't have anything here, so I forgot to color that purple. Okay. To make everything match. So 300 here, 300 here. So I hope that helps explain a few things. After the 300, we have $1,091.15. So what I am gonna put right here in the sinking funds is just where I've kind of chosen to write it is I'm gonna put in here for debt payoff. Okay, and right here, what I'm going to do is this oddball $69.15, I'm putting that here. Because then that way we don't have to deal with any kind of like change or anything like that when we're cash stuffing. I just like to use whole dollars. And so after the $69.15 comes out, we have $1,022. So what we have left down here is this is our sinking funds box. So we do $200 for gas and $200 for groceries. The gas, I get 60, hubby gets 40 every week. Groceries, 100 a week. I usually carry all that in my envelope. He gets $110 for spending money and I get 95. We set those numbers on our own and we're both comfortable with our number there. And then I put $50 in a month ahead fund. Now we need to add a few more things here because I really thought about it and I'd made a video. I wasn't going to do no savings challenge except for my penny challenge. I wasn't going to do anything until after the first of the year, just because of the debt and things that we had. And then I realized that I don't want to go into debt for Christmas or the holidays. So for Thanksgiving, I'm putting away $50 this pay. And if you're paid like I am, the 7th of October is your paycheck and you're paid bi-weekly, you have 4 paychecks until Thanksgiving. You're welcome. Now you can panic and freak out just like I did when I realized that. Christmas, I'm funding $150. Again, let's panic and freak out because we only have, if you're paid like me, you only have 6 paydays until Christmas if you've saved nothing. And New Year's Eve, we kind of, it's like our one big date night of the year. We go out and we go to a fancy thing, and neither one of us wanted to give that up. So we're going to put $60 in there. If we have extra money in any of these funds, we're going to use it to pay off debt like in early January. And then if we total this up, it's $915. And we have 1,022. So we have a few more dollars left to allocate. So we're going to get some extra. So our deal is that, you know, budgeting like this and trying to pay off a lot of debt, if you try and deprive yourself, it's not motivating. And if we're making extra money and we're working overtime, it means we're really, really working hard, and we kind of need a little bit of a treat just to kind of keep us going. So what we talked about and decided was that if we make, you know, the first $100 that we make above and beyond what's going to cover our bills and what's on this paper, we get that in our cash envelopes, and we get $50 each. So it's just a little way to reward us for work well done and to keep us motivated to keep doing this so that we keep working and paying off our debt. And then after this, we're going to have $7 left. So I'm going to put in I love my dog. So that's $7. He's been kind of a pain in the dupa tonight, but I still love him. He's my buddy. So this 1,022. Okay, so our total expenses are $35.69.15. That leaves us nothing, and this is exactly where we want to be. Oh, my pen's running out. This is exactly where we want to be. We want every dollar to have a job, whether it's a savings job, a spending job. It could be any number of things. So this is how our cash flow is going to go for October. And then what I do, I don't have my planner with me, but when I look at these sinking funds here, I actually write them all out. I write what denominations down that I want, and some people have teller slips. I just use a Post-it note and then I hand to the teller. And this right here is what we're going to cash stuff. We're not going to do it in this video because we're probably already getting to be too long. So we will do the next video as a cash unstuffing of our binders and then a restuffing. So if you made it this far, thank you. Thank you for sticking with me. We have a long way to go on this debt thing. I just posted our debt check-in. So if you want to see where we are after our first month, it's been posted. And, you know, thank you for being here. If you're subscribed and you're returning, thank you. If you're a new viewer, thank you for being here and making it to the end. Please like and subscribe. I feel like this morning when I woke up, and today's Thursday, and my husband and I both work for places where we have like a payroll system, and they actually will post our pay stub on Thursdays. So I was able to go and do all of this already, preparing for cash stuffing for tomorrow. And I went into work this morning and I had 18 subscribers. And I just checked after I uploaded my last video, and I can't even believe I'm over 100 subscribers. I didn't really think that anybody would want to listen to what I have to say, but I thought that I would share it anyway, and more as a way to hold myself accountable. And I can't believe I actually looked. I started this channel like 9 days ago, and I'm completely overwhelmed and in awe. But thank you for being here, and thank you, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, or rest of your night, depending on when you're watching this, or rest of your morning. Or if you have insomnia, I hope you find another YouTube video to binge watch. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time.